Jack. All right. You got this stuff?
Yeah. All cleaned and oiled.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get it on.
Who are these guys?
It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
Hot damn, it's time to get down to the jam. It's time to get down, it's time to get down, it's time to get down to the jam. I said it's time to get down to the know, it's gonna get on down with the know. On the morning coffee show, on morning coffee with Keith, here on Pop Culture Minefield.
Excuse me, can I get a cup of coffee? Black?
Can't you see we talking? White?
Good morning. Now, first of all, let me at least say this. We are on late because of me. It is my fault. Mainly because I had some last minute family stuff that had to be handled this morning. So had to get that done before I could jump on here and sit down and talk to you happy people. So, welcome to my life, as somebody was just saying to me before I went on air. And a hello to Snortapoopas Q Burr, Endemoro. Let's see, Gambit the First, Sally Forth, and of course the lovely Penny. Let's see, and who else do we have here? It's Anima Confusa. Hey, Anima. Anyway, lots of people. And let me just say, today's subject, I'm going to give a lot of credit to my youngest brother, who ironically, I almost had here as a guest with us today. But circumstances have denied us that particular visit. Hopefully he's listening in. But looks like we're just going to go back to the old-fashioned way of doing things. And it'll just be Martin and myself and, of course, you lovely people out there. But before we begin today's big topic, let me at least, Real Popcorn Geek, of course, the geek is here. Let me at least spend a moment talking about the upcoming DC television series Lanterns. As more information has come out, I will say this. From the moment this idea was announced, and I have to at least be totally upfront. From the moment this was announced, they were going for something that was more like True Detective, which I completely and utterly disagree with. You know, you're using a television show as the basis for your adaptation of a long-running comic.
Where have I seen that before?
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the desperate sort of way they do things in Hollywood. Because, hey, it seems to be par for the course nowadays. What you do is you get a bunch of people and you basically tell them they don't have to read the source material. But if they're familiar with this other TV show that has nothing to do with what you're actually supposed to be attempting to make, that makes sense.
Wait,
really?
Wait, kid. The Lantern Corps, the Green Lantern Corps, there are space cops, and detectives are cops too. So
Oh, yeah. Now I get it. Huh.
My-
Okay. I see that. That's as clear as mud. Anyway,
Li- like one of the villains in Avatar said, "What are these people smoking out there?"
and they ask, why are there so many problems today with adapting particular ideas? And I got to say, I mean, they're doing it to themselves. First and foremost, let me at least say this: Aaron Pierre. A lot of you out there need to understand this is only his second DC related character and television series he's done in so many years. As I pointed out on a previous show, he was part of the cast of Krypton, the show that basically, without much effort, managed to just slap the stuffing out of the Supergirl series because they managed to get a lot more stuff right, especially where it came to certain villains, than Greg Berlanti's long-running Arrow-related universe of TV shows that towards the end all became useless, almost all at the same time. I know there are some of you out there that are big fans of what Berlanti had, but in many ways, both he and James Gunn are kind of alike. They seem to have knowledge of a lot of different characters that are part of the DC IP. But for some reason, they seem to feel this need to go out of their way to make unnecessary changes. And when it comes to Green Lantern, there have been a lot of unnecessary changes. In fact, when Greg Berlanti was trying to do his version of Lanterns, I think originally it was going to be instead of Hal Jordan, I think it was going to be Alan Scott. And I think the idea for many people that are attached to DC nowadays, covering both the DCU and the former DCEU, is that they seem to be on this whole let's fast track John Stewart because he's a black Green Lantern and we can use that. Now, let me just say, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Let's do this thing. I'm excited. The reason why I usually end up getting disappointed is that they want to take their cues from an animated television show that was in reality had as much to do with DC Comics as JJ Trek had to do with the original Star Trek series. I mean, a lot of you out there really need to understand that the Justice League animated series from the early 2000s was really DC's version of the Kelvin timeline. You guys do realize that, right? I mean, I know there are a lot of you out there that are big fans. You keep referencing this show, especially whenever the name Jon Stewart comes up. But that would be like you keep referencing, how you take your cues of Mr. Spock based on Zachary Quanto's version of the character.
Oh my god!
It's. I have been saying for as long that I've had a show, I've been saying, hello, Daryl. Good morning.
Hello,
I've
Darren.
been saying back when Gary and I first started all of this. If you're not reading the comics, you really do not know who these characters are. If all you're doing is taking your cues from an animated television series that is really an alternate universe version of the origin of probably the greatest superhero team ever assembled in comics.
Now, Keith, I
Yeah.
I believe that this is a problem that we can generalize uh, if we look the thing that you have said before, specifically about uh, writers and Buffy. The thing is, what I'm seeing here is a pattern that
Mhm.
indicates that you you have some writers that they love a specific show and they want to do
Mhm.
that show, but they
Mhm.
cannot do that show. So that when they are offered another show, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna transform this idea into the show that I like and I want to write for."
There you go.
And
That is
that
exactly.
is what is happening.
Yes, yes. And it seems to have also seeped into the comics because for the last few years you've had several people writing DC comics that have this deep, dark feeling that they need to actually bring the animated cartoon to life within the pages of DC Comics. That Justice League, the comic book, can't really be a real comic book until we actually do our version of the Justice League animated series in comic book form. And whenever they do that, nobody really reads those books. Now the current version of the team, they're trying to make it so that what you saw in the animated series is also true within the comics, even though it doesn't make sense.
Mm.
Um, Here's what I mean. Everybody who watched, say, The Last Jedi will tell you that part of the reason why that movie doesn't work is because it seemed like the people who made it didn't really watch the movie that had come out just prior to that,
Or the other six.
or the other six. That's what the Justice League animated series was. And I totally understand who made it. I totally understand who was responsible for it. Okay. I too had a fun time watching it, but I also have a fun time watching JJ Trek too. I mean, that's because I understand that what I'm watching is an alternate universe version of the actual product.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna interject here.
Yes, go ahead.
And if you like the JJ Wreckverse, that's fine. More power to you. The other.
Yes,
I'm not attacking you. I'm not judging you.
yes,
However,
yes, yes.
I did not enjoy those movies, except for the first one. And I remember telling to my wife, uh, I would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't if they weren't using the original crew. If they were doing a new crew, and this is the adventure of the new crew, okay. Because I don't like to see the characters that I know behaving in a way that is antithetical to what they are.
Hmm.
I felt cheated. Uh, the next two movies, they were playing bad movies,
Hmm.
badly written. I
Hmm.
don't care if being in an alternate universe is no excuse for bad writing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That particular statement also covers how I feel about the movie The Batman. You know.
I don't think so. Nothing can cover what you feel about the Batman.
Oh no, that exactly covers how I feel about the Batman. You know, I mean, it is its own alternate universe version of the character.
Yes, it's an
But
alternate
oh,
universe in which
Gambit. The first says, see, they don't want to relate to the fact that nobody reads comics or even bothers to do that. Yeah, well, look, I never minded the Justice League animated series at all. You know, in many ways, it was really just you got a bunch of people together to do their own version of Super Friends, basically, a way updated version. And even Super Friends isn't really exactly like the Justice League comics. You know,
oh,
Gambit the First, badly written, badly managed. Yeah.
they should do
Um,
the super friend and cast Michael Cera as Marvin. He is the embodiment. He is Marvin in real life.
That's true. That's true.
Looks like, because
It-
Michael Cera
the-
is not as dumb as Marvin.
and he's way too old to be the character because
Ah,
Marvin actually is supposed to be a teenager.
Yeah, but
And
but Michael is one of those
Yeah.
fortunate people who looks younger, and he appears his aging process is ridiculously slow. I envy that.
Yeah. I guess my thing about the character of Jon Stewart as presented in the Justice League animated cartoon versus what the character is actually like in the comics, and how he was written for years prior to that cartoon being produced, is the fact that you're making a television series about Jon Stewart. And let's all be honest. Okay? Let's be completely honest. That really is the TV show. It's Jon Stewart's show. They're not interested in any other Green Lantern other than Jon Stewart. But Keith, they have Hal Jordan in it. Yeah, you casted someone on purpose so that you could easily get rid of them because you had to make sure that they were way older. You know, if they were to make a Star Trek movie with Kirk and Spock, and they decided to have Ethan Peck on the screen with William Shatner, what do you think's going to happen in the course of that movie, kids?
Shatner's gonna die.
Hey! You cast older because you're not expecting that character to be around very much. And that's the real reason why they did that. Anybody that's been reading Green Lantern comics since Hal Jordan became Green Lantern will tell you. Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, now, if you're one of those people that's a big Jon Stewart fan, but as I described, you only know the Justice League animated series, here's a little something for you. Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan are the same age. So they've already made the mistake of casting two actors that are way different in their ages for the specific purpose of just basically figuring out a way of getting rid of one so you can keep the other.
Keith, that's artistic license.
Well, here's the other part that is truly disturbing to me. The other, slightly more important, is this. Jon Stewart is very, very married.
I didn't know you could be a little married.
Well, the way certain guys act sometimes. Anyway, what? And the unfortunate thing is how you write some of these characters. You know, Jon Stewart loves his wife. He is in love with his wife. And it's just amazing to me how some people either have very little knowledge of or want to do anything beyond showing how much Clark loves Lois. There's absolutely no doubt when you see that those two love one another. And they've been together realistically since 1939. They've been around each other. And it's hard in comics to show a loving couple that are faithful to one another and that are a good couple. You'll always have people that are wanting to write things a particular way.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's most unfortunate. But within DC, guess what? There are couples that are happily married. Unfortunately, as I've said before, when it comes to Hollywood and Warner Brothers in particular, they only want to develop maybe 5% of the characters that they own in total. So you're getting a very limited number of characters who fit that description. But there are actually a lot of happily married couples within the DC universe, and one of those people is Jon Stewart and his wife Kat Matoa, who that's the other big change for the Lanterns television series. They decided to have Jon Stewart basically be mentored by Hal Jordan, which is not the way that story's supposed to go. Hal Jordan was never really, he was a mentor, but never to Jon Stewart. Plus, considering that Hal is the first human ever in the Green Lantern Corps, the reason why you have a mentor is because you needed someone with a lot of experience to be able to help you acclimate to being a part of the Corps. Hal was way too busy and hadn't been around long enough to really have much, to really be of much use to someone that was just learning how to be a part of the Corps. Oh, and he also had a kind of rebellious streak. He was that hero that you could tell, hey, you can only do X, Y, and Z, and he went out and broke the rules, kind of like Harry Callahan, to basically accomplish the things that he accomplished. That's because Hal Jordan is a combination of Maverick and Iceman and Han Solo. That's who Hal Jordan is. He's a fighter pilot, always has been. He flies by the seat of his pants. He makes stuff up as he goes along. And he gets results. You know, John's a Marine. Means he gets a little bit of thought before he dismantles you. You know, he doesn't have to make stuff up as he goes along. He is one of the smartest people to have ever been a Green Lantern. And his story is filled with enough ups and downs and pathos and all that stuff, so that you don't have to struggle to write that and quote unquote try to be original when you make a live action version of that character on a television show that is really just being used as a ruse to get people used to the fact that Jon Stewart is meant to be the Green Lantern of James Gunn's DCU. So I want to formally say that while I wish everyone connected with Lantern's luck, I really can't endorse it because they have chosen to go a particular direction and flaunt the fact that they're not really reading the source material. John is a well-established character. And as I've been saying, if all you know is the Justice League animated series, you are doing yourself a disservice in not reading the comics. You are missing out on so much with that character. But hey, you know, that's where Hollywood is. Again, as Gambit seems to be saying a lot.
By the way,
yeah.
before we enter into the full discussion of the horror movies, I like to address we are Benless today, but just for today.
Yeah,
Ben,
just for today.
Because Ben, unlike me, he has a real life. he has things to do in real life, so he couldn't. Regrettably, he couldn't be with us today. But don't worry, everything's fine. He will be here in the next show.
Yes.
And we have to address another thing, and this
Uh-oh.
is a serious matter. And it is that we have to say hello to Snorri.
I love it. Oh man. Okay, Ariel Ballet. Hello to you.
Hello,
Let's
lovely
see. The
Ariel.
monkey and the menu were real good, though. The menu may not be considered a horror. Hmm. Hmm. Gambit says The Exorcist, The Omen, and films like that, I believe, are the scariest things ever. Well, be that as it may, does it fit the criteria for how we're doing today's list? Remember, top 5 horror movies since 1995.
That is almost one movie per decade. It is not gonna be easy. I think you should have gone for a higher number than just 5.
Top 5? No,
Or
because I figure everybody's going to have reasons, and everybody's going to have their arguments up or down. Here's the thing. I know me. If I don't try to limit myself, my list is going to be heck. And it would have taken me way longer to come up with the list. way longer to come up with the list. So I had to figure out something. And I thought, you know what, since 1995, that's good. That's a good way to go. Use that as my cutoff point. Because that way I won't be tempted to use a lot of the same films that I've often used whenever I've tried to make this list in the past. Especially a lot of older films. Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Or a lot of the Universal films. Well, that's a way of kind of, I don't want to say it's cheating, but I mean it everybody does that every year. So I'm trying to be a little different. I'm wanting everyone to really give it some thought. So doing it from 1995 to now forces everyone to really concentrate a little bit. Just a little.
yeah, but still, it's hard to pick almost 4 decades, 5 movies. So a movie spanning each period would be 15 years. Wow, dude, you're making me choose between children. No, it's, no.
Sounds like you're having a tough time, Martin.
No, I refuse to make a list of that. No.
Oh, you
No,
refuse.
it's too much. Too much suffering.
Too much.
No.
Oh, come on. Come on. You can do this. I look at it this way. If Kodos the Executioner can make that kind of choice, so can you. Come on.
No.
Room
That's why
1408?
that is a good move. John, they were talking about this movie yesterday in Joe's channel. I really like that movie. I really like that. It White Noise remind me a lot of Room 1408.
Okay. Well,
Whoa, Powder is not horror. Because if we're limiting it to horror, I would have even Horizon on that list. I would too. Gary wouldn't, because he says that it is Hellraiser in space, which it is, but I don't care. I still love that movie.
Well,
Or horrifying. I'd have to let. Good one there, bro.
that I have to agree is horrifying.
Oh my god.
Look, I from what I'm reading, everybody's got their own thing. Okay. And I have my own thing. Now, for me personally, 1995 was a very special year. It's the year my boys were born.
Nice.
And there are a few movies that came out. But let me give my honorable mention from the year 1995, which was Species.
Really?
And of course, the remake of Village of the Damned.
So good is saying having boys is the true horror.
Actually, having boys is very truthful because boys are always boys from the very moment you bring them home. They are who they are. Okay, they are who they are, and it doesn't change. Girls, on the other hand, they're the ones that'll come and bite you in the butt. It starts off all good. It does. Oh man, but it'll bite you in the butt.
Well,
Nah, Daryl. No. It's not it at all. I've seen some of that stuff, and it's like, wow. I couldn't believe that I didn't find this out until later that they'd actually have live action versions of some of that tentacle stuff. Ooh. Anyway.
okay, let me tell you this. Okay. And it is strictly between you and me.
Oh, okay.
Having 4 girls, I would say that you are exaggerating a little bit. It's not a horror. Now, I remember when The Conjuring came out.
Yes.
My wife called me. She was we have having a phone conversation. He was at her job, and he was telling me how one of their coworkers had just seen the movie. And she
Yes.
tells me, "Oh yes." At that point, she still watched horror movies. That is not happening anymore. That stopped like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And she tells me, "It's about a family. They have 5 daughters." And I said, "Yes, we have 4. They have 5. Yes, 5 is the limit. That is a horror story." And I got that cold silence.
Genghis Khan, hey.
Hey, Genghis. So I have to be in accordance with Ariel. No, they are not horror. They are trying, but they are not a horror.
Well, let me just say this. Children are always interesting. And from the moment you bring them home, life is never really boring. Especially once they start walking and talking. I have delayed this long enough. It's time to get to my list.
Yes. Oh my God. Here's where the fun begins. Oh.
Now, in no particular order. For my first film on this top 5 list, I present to you The Prophecy. Now, I know already I'm getting all kinds of hate. So let me at least explain something to everyone here. For those that have been watching all of this for any real period of time, this is no big news to you. But for those that may not have been watching me for as long, you need to understand something. I did not start out as a fan of fantasy or horror. I have always been a science fiction / action guy. That's always where it has been for me. You know, when I was little, that's really what I love that stuff. That didn't mean I never watched horror or fantasy, but my personal preference was science fiction and any kind of action, meaning that Star Trek, James T. Kirk, and James Bond were the two Jameses that basically helped me see the world. That said, thank you, Ariel. The Prophecy, and
That's the one. It's talking about the war between heaven and hell, and how it is with.
yeah. Well, but it's also the first film from Gregory Wyden after the success of Highlander. Gregory Wyden was the guy that created all that. He was the college student who came up with the idea and the script for Highlander, and got bought out by the producers, who then took his script and modified it and added some things to it and created the movie Highlander.
Jesus, I have to watch this movie again. I didn't remember Elias Koteas was here. I remember Christopher Walken, Viggo Mortensen, and Amanda Plummer. But
yes,
nobody else. And I really like that movie. The sequels.
Yeah, I didn't care for the sequels too much. Eric Stoltz is also in the movie. Yeah, I know that it's a trilogy, but I think I really love the first one. And Viggo Mortensen is probably one of my favorite depictions of the character that he plays in this movie. He was so good. I will tell you, get a group of friends together, put this movie on, watch it in the dark. You're going to find out who your friends are.
Well, in that category, my three favorites incarnation of that character. Yes, Viggo Mortensen.
We doing a mini side quest list? Because I can
Oh
do
my
that.
God, I forgot the names. Pacino in Devil's Advocate, and the one in Constantine. I forget his name. I'm deeply sorry. I have big problems remembering names as of late. One of the perks of being old.
I know what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm looking for his name. Oh my God, I cannot believe I can. I forgot that name. What do you know? Peter Stormare.
Yeah, Peter Stormare is, again, he would make my short list of the top 3 to have played that part. Viggo Mortensen, Peter Stormare, yes, because he is so good in Constantine. The thing about it is, not many people recognized him when he did John Wick 2. You know, playing the cousin of the bad guy from the first movie. You know, I was sitting in the theater going, "Oh, hey, look, it's Constantine and the Devil facing off again." I got so excited watching that. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that like the movie Constantine, but I'm more of a fan of the Constantine television series, which is more like the comic. So, you know, that isn't to say that Keanu Reeves wasn't good in his movie, but that's, I think, part of the reason why we haven't gotten a Constantine 2. Well, that and the fact that the person who was very involved with that movie, and was responsible for getting it made, that's the one name you haven't heard when there have been discussions about doing Constantine 2. You've heard from Keanu. Nothing wrong with that, you know. And you've heard from director, what is his name? Francis Lawrence. Francis Lawrence. So you've heard from Keanu and you've heard from Francis Lawrence. But the person who was truly in charge of that entire thing, the one name who you have not heard, is Laura Schuler Donner. The woman who was responsible for taking the X-Men films a certain direction. This is hers. Yeah, I know Francis Lawrence is the director, but that means that Laura Schuler Donner hired Francis Lawrence to make this movie. You see what I mean? Laura Schuler Donner wasn't really making an adaptation of a comic. She was just doing her own version of it and casted Keanu on purpose. So she was being contrary on purpose. Needless to say, I mean, people liked it, yes, but yeah. But I also liked everybody in the cast. You know, Tilda Swinton.
Oh, my God, Tilda Swinton was incredible in that movie.
And this is the first of 2 films that Keanu made with Rachel Weisz.
Which was the other?
Who?
Remind me, please.
The other one is the one with. It's the one with Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz playing two people on the run from what is that actor's name?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. I can see his face now. Man, it sucks getting old.
You're telling me.
It's now see, I'm gonna have to look it up. But it's the
At least tell me the movie.
there we go. Chain Reaction. Oh, actually, no. Constantine was their second movie together, not their first one. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Oh, so Chain Reaction they did first, and then they did Constantine. Okay. So Chain Reaction with Morgan Freeman and Fred Ward. So yeah, I think they work really well together. They have good chemistry. Then again, Rachel Weisz is an actress who just seems to, she's just gifted. You know, I've always liked her as an actress, and I've always thought that it was a big mistake to have pursued making The Mummy 3 without her. I thought that was a big mistake. Nothing against the actress that took her place. I like her too, but I thought it was a big mistake not to have Rachel Weisz in that movie, because the most difficult thing really in any film is to have chemistry. And once you find it, you know, it's not good to go against it. Read by nature.
Yes, the read is here.
But I just think that
seeing this from Gambit,
Yeah.
Pacino is still 85. Morgan Freeman is 88.
88.
Morgan
Yes.
Freeman played God. Pacino played the devil. We need a movie with those two reprising those roles.
Ooh. Well, I don't know.
Are you
I don't
kidding
know,
me?
man. I don't know. You know, for me, I like Robert De Niro better. That's the only difference between our lists. Okay. Peter Stormare, because he is really good. He's a really good actor, and his scene in Constantine is just fantastic. And it is more of a cameo, but he is so good. Viggo Mortensen, because Viggo is just so good. But to be a little contrary, I would go with Robert De Niro. Those would be my three.
De Niro, De Niro played the devil?
Yes.
In which one?
In a movie much earlier than way earlier than George Burns did. Way earlier than Al Pacino did. De Niro's 82.
Angel Heart?
Yep.
According?
Yep.
I do not know that one.
That's okay. Here's
87.
Spoiler alert. The thing you got to understand is that that's meant to be kind of a pseudo surprise in the movie. Gay for Viggo Mortensen. I think Viggo is an incredible actor. I think Viggo is someone that if I were a filmmaker, there's quite a few roles that Viggo could definitely have. If he were interested in doing a comic book movie, I always thought that Viggo would have made the best Phantom Stranger. He just has that kind of instant gravitas and presence. Of course, a lot of people who think they know DC Comics might not know the Phantom Stranger, since Warner Brothers seems to really be dragging their feet in adapting as many characters as they could. But but Martin, Angel Heart, that's not a movie you can easily sit through, but it's worth it because it's a mystery. Just yeah.
Yeah,
There
Gabriel
you
Byrne
go.
did a decent portrayal, but it's
It
not in
was
my.
good. End of Days was good. Yes, I have to
Yeah,
agree with Martin. He was good in that. But
he is in my top 5, but not in my top 3.
yeah, I agree with Martin on this.
Dude, I was reading this comment, and it took me to a mini rabbit hole about Vigo, and I found something that I didn't know. I
What, he's
knew
much
that
shorter than you thought he was?
no. I knew that he was his upbringing was in a uh, Spanish speaking country, and I always thought it was Spain, but no. According to IMDb, he was born in New York to a Danish father and American mother.
Mm-hmm.
Where Vigo was born, and after that, they were down to South America.
Yeah.
Where Vigo Senior, his father, managed chicken farms and ranches in Venezuela. Oh, and Argentina. So that is where he learned Spanish. What do you know?
He's led a very interesting life.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, we have Joe's atmosphere.
Hey Joe,
And,
missed you, buddy.
and for him,
Hello, Joe.
Sleepy Hollow is good. Tim Burton, yeah. Sleepy Hollow is fun. It is. Sleepy Hollow is one of those films that it just looked like it was a fun film to make. It just seems like it was a fun film to make, and everybody looks like they're having a really good time.
my goodness, YouTube is taking things too serious with the comments. There's a lot of comments that I cannot put up here because they were held for revision for the most stupid things. Oh my god! I mean, this AI that they are using to keep things clean. It's
There's nothing wrong with keeping things clean. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong.
when you censor a comment because has a hammer on it, an emoji of a hammer on it, dude, they are going too far. And we have you. I've been saved. Here's Joe.
Hey Joe, how's it going, buddy?
Oh yeah, Ray Park. He was the hell.
I had to fix my sound. I had everything coming through my speakers. It would have caused feedback from hell. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Good.
Happened to get done with Mom early today, so let's see. You better have done all your chores, Joe, and or I'm telling Mama Joe. Mama Joe just got. I just set up her TV in her room. She just got done with lunch, so I am taking care of her. Worry not, Ariel. I got her covered.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed this, man.
Don't worry.
Yeah. But yeah, I just didn't know if you talked about the Tim Burton one because I love that one.
I don't know. It's Keith Lisa. I'm just here to make noise.
Okay, lay it off on me. Okay. You know
dude,
what?
Christopher Lee. Imagine if Christopher Lee had played the devil.
Oh,
That
I
would
don't have to
been-
imagine. Anybody that's a Christopher Lee fan could see him playing that part. I mean,
Which one? The Headless Horseman?
No. Playing just imagine Christopher Lee playing the devil in whichever story. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, didn't hang on. No, that's Vincent Price he used in Edward Scissorhands, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Vincent Price, right?
thank
Yes.
you, Ariel. Yes. My next one on my list is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Dusk Till Dawn. Check you out.
Yes.
Good stuff. One of the few movies I actually drank at. Me and a buddy of mine, when it came out, we snuck a flask of Jack Daniels in there. He and I went to go see it together, and yeah, we got drunk watching it.
I will only say something about that. Twister. That was the name of the bar.
Look, man, we can't mention what he's saying in it, but that Cheech Marin speech trying to get people to come in the bar is just awesome.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is.
When is not Cheech awesome?
Yeah, right. When is Cheech not awesome? I've been a fan my whole life, man. Yep.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I will say this before we get off Cheech. I always love their albums more than their movies. The albums were so much better. I mean, you know, I thought they were funnier. The movies just scratched the surface of Cheech and Chong, man. They, you know, they did stuff on the albums that they really couldn't do in movies, really, to be commercially viable. It was great. But yeah, Dusk Till Dawn, you got one of the rare times you got Tarantino on screen, right? Other than a cameo, he plays a major character in the movie and everything. And didn't Robert Rodriguez direct that? And
yes,
Tarantino wrote it, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't clear on that. I knew that him and Rodriguez did it, but
yeah,
I wasn't sure who did what. So,
Popcorn Geek. Whoa! What are you saying, buddy? What are you saying? Oh my goodness!
We already have an unofficial Call of Duty movie, and it's called Act of Valor from the year 2012.
Really?
Go watch that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's Taylor Sheridan, man.
You saw the news. I was reporting it last night. Apparently, he's signed a deal with Universal.
Universal,
yeah. He's going to be working for them.
Because a certain person working at Paramount pissed him off, and he left. I don't blame him for leaving.
Yeah, I was fixing to say something had to have happened because they didn't even offer him any money to stay. They didn't even make an offer to
mistake.
him. Wow, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Guys.
Yeah.
Keith, what do you know about this? I don't think that is real. Sydney Sweeney playing Bond?
No.
Maybe as a Bond girl.
No. It's not real. It's not real.
There's an article out there where she says in an interview she's always wanted to be the first female Bond, but she's not ever going to play Bond. If they had a woman playing Bond, nobody would watch it. I mean, come on.
It would kill her career, if you ask me.
I don't care how good looking she is. Yeah.
No. It wouldn't kill her career, but it would show that the people running Amazon are idiots, because that would be the second straight time that you could point to any major multi-million dollar deal they made where it's obvious they wasted money. I mean, look.
Well, they've already done that with Lord of the Rings.
That's what I mean. Lord of the Rings was first. And if they end up basically doing it again with Bond,
well, they're already leaning that way, Keith. The first project they got going, Florence Pugh in the Moneypenny Diaries. That's the first project they're doing.
I want to believe.
Don't shoot the messenger. I follow that. I follow everything Bond, and that's the first thing they announced they were going to work on.
Keith, it's just an entertainment IP. It's just a franchise.
It's not any franchise.
It doesn't work.
It's Bond, right? We can't keep getting away with this.
Dude, I don't care. I don't want to lose Keith because of a movie.
Right. But you know what? Prime has been hit or miss, though. I'm hoping when they do a Bond movie, it'll be good because, this is also the same guys that did Reacher and did the Terminal List. They know how to do things right. It's just whether they choose to do it with, it's almost like a crapshoot. It's like gambling with Amazon. You never know what you're going to get. It's a box of chocolates, like
Yes.
Gump would say. You never know what
You
you're going
jump
to get.
with that right before me.
Yep.
I'm just saying that you just can't keep doing that to me. You can't
Yeah.
keep just taking the Bond fans and taking them for granted.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
Look, you've already done it with the end of the Craig run. Stop it. Go back to formula, please, if you don't mind. We'd love it, really.
Yeah,
Every time. Look, one thing's for sure: they're going to try and appease the masses with the first one, because in my mind, the best Craig one was the first one.
That would be the bait. Then come
that's
the
the bait, and then they reel you in, and then they got you. Yeah, but yeah. But From Dusk Till Dawn, I didn't mean to derail it, but From Dusk to Dawn is a great movie. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Freaking the cast is phenomenal. You got Clooney and Tarantino, Selma Hayek at the height of her powers.
Yeah.
And what's the father's? Is that Harvey Keitel?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Harvey Keitel. You just don't recognize him as easy in that one because he's kind of a bookworm preacher, right?
Yeah.
It's a part he usually doesn't play, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, I'm telling you, it is.
Well, I have to be completely honest. I don't think I like the movie. I think it's a good movie. I wouldn't dare to call it great, but it's fun. It's entertaining.
It is check your brain at the door stuff.
Yeah,
no
it
doubt.
has spies. It has stupid shit. It has funny shit. Oh my! I mean, how is this guy called? The master of makeup, Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Man, his dick gun. Oh my god, that's the thing. Was ludicrous.
Not a dick gun. It's a crotch gun.
Oh, Fred Williamson's in it too. I didn't even notice that.
But I gotta say, it has Salma. Really got Salma in that movie.
Oh, dude.
And has Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis. Who's cute. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. My favorite Juliette Lewis movie is Natural Born Killers. But my favorite scene she's ever been in is in Armageddon, because she's the girl at the bar that what's his name is. He tells her that the ring she's got is fake. And he asks her if she wants another drink. She's like, yeah. She's totally enamored with him. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's the one that loses it on the asteroid. Starts shooting everything. I can't remember that guy's name. I'll have to look it up. But that's my favorite scene with her in it, because it's hilarious, her reaction to this guy. But Natural Born Killers is my favorite movie with her in it. I love that one.
That's good too. Okay, for my next film.
Steve Buscemi. That's it. Yep. Buscemi. Steve Buscemi.
For my next film.
Remember because of his eyes.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No. It's fine. Go ahead, man.
It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. As much as I enjoyed the first one, for whatever reason, there's just something about this movie that's just got me. And that's Blade 2. I really enjoyed Blade 2.
I didn't watch anything past Blade 1, and I'll tell you why. I thought Wesley Snipes was awesome in it. I thought the movie was cool, but the villain in that movie did not scare me at all. I thought I could have killed him. He was a paper champion. So that kind of turned me off of it. And look, once a franchise loses me, we were talking about Predator last night. I haven't watched anything since the second Predator movie, because I thought that was a dumb premise in that thing.
Well,
and I had everybody in the chat telling me how great the second Predator movie was.
I was with you.
Wait, Joe. You and I, we're exactly alike in that respect. I was just having that conversation the other night myself. It's like Predator 2 is nothing more than a rehash of Predator 1, except in the city.
Yeah, and that's the problem I had with it. The Predator wouldn't hunt people in the city. That's not a hunt. That's a mass killing. That's a mass murder event. No,
Yeah,
he'd be out in the rural areas hunting.
The scene in the subway is evidence of that.
Yeah.
Now, however, it has just one good thing, and it is that we have Gary Busey.
Yeah,
Well,
Gary Busey.
Two things, because it gave us the first Alien versus Predator movie. The second doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, I don't watch the crossover movies anyway. But getting back to the movie at hand, I really need to revisit Blade though, because I saw Jessica Biel ends up in it eventually. So, you know,
Yeah, that's in the third
is
one.
that the second one?
That's in the third one. Third one.
The third one.
No. Blade 2 has Norman Reedus, Luke Goss, Donnie Yen, and Ron Perlman.
And still managed to be bad.
Oh, ouch. Hey, Real Popcorn Geek agrees with me. Yeah. Blade 2 is awesome.
Blade 2 is awesome. Okay, for some reason I can't find it on friggin'.
Yeah, that's another.
Oh, there
thing.
it is. Okay,
I wouldn't put any of the Blade movies as a horror film. To me, they're action.
Yeah, we got into that last night talking about horror movies because I think what was it? What did Jed mention, Martin? I think it was Dark City. I was like, well, that's the Matrix.
City. No,
man.
That's sci-fi.
Yeah, that's sci-fi. But these, I mean, it's a vampire, so it kind of fits in the genre. But I'm with you. The Blade movies are more like an action franchise. Man, this has a good bunch of people in it, dude. Wow.
Right.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch this. You got Ron Perlman, of course. I love Chris Christopherson. I dug him in the first one and everything.
Yes.
I love everything that guy's ever did. Let's see who else we got here. Thomas Kretschmann, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's the guy that for you MCU fans, he's the dude that's doing the experiments on the twins in the what was that, Civil War?
Oh my God, I forgot the character's name.
No.
Well, they caught him in Civil War, didn't they? No, it's the beginning of the second
Avengers
one, Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah, Avengers. Yeah, Avengers.
That's right.
Von Strucker, Baron Von Strucker.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trying to see who else they got here. Yeah, that seems to be the extent of it. But yeah, I'll have to look because look, I know Jessica Biel ends up in here eventually. It must be brilliant. It must be Trinity that she shows up in.
Cosmic Horror Lovecraftian, Dark City. Dude, those are aliens. No, not elder, nor elder gods.
Yeah, we had the. Yeah, go watch the replay of my show from last night after we're done here. You'll see.
Oh, I was watching it, man.
Yeah.
I even told Jet, I love you, but take the L, bro.
Take the L, bro. It's not horror. It's not. But yeah, the Blade series, you know. Now, what you said, Blade 2, right? This particular one.
Yeah.
And why did you like that more than like the original?
I thought the original was also great, but for some reason Blade 2 is just a movie that I can't stop watching whenever it comes on.
It's a drop the remote flick, huh? Yeah.
Yes, that's what it does for me. I know not everybody may agree with me, but for whatever reason, that film has my number. I don't know what it is.
Okay, don't take it personally. But about that franchise, I can only paraphrase Wesley Snipes. There has only be one Blade, and there only will be one Blade.
Yeah, at the rate Kevin Feige's going, that's true.
Yeah, they're never going to make a Blade movie, or not with what they were planning on doing. I don't think the actor himself. And I butcher his name all the time, but I don't think he'll ever play that part after the experience he's had with the MCU, because that guy has a higher.
Yes,
he's Air Force. He aims high, man. You know what I mean? And
what
you're going to be half stepping. He's not doing your movie. That's just that'd be like trying to put Daniel Day-Lewis in the MCU. If you're half stepping, he's not coming.
Well, they put Robert Redford, and it worked out.
Well, that's because it was the best MCU movie ever made. Thank you very much.
That's right. That is right.
Yes.
You preach it. Preach it.
It's true. It's the best.
It is
one.
true. That is the best MCU film. Period.
And I'm a Spider-Man fan. You know, they just never have gotten Spider-Man right. They just really haven't.
No.
They've come close, but they've never really gotten it right. The closest they got to it was Spider-Man 2. And my problem with that movie is they killed Doc Ock off. But the reason why Winter Soldier is the best one is because, I mean, first Avengers really good, but this is Captain America in his element, in the world we read him in, you know, when we were young. He's in the future. He's trying to deal with today's world, and he's trying to do it on his World War II sensibilities and, you know, code of honor and everything. And he's just not down with the surveillance state being in everybody's life, man. He's just not cool with that, you know?
Yep.
And that's one thing I do like about the first 3 phases. They really were solid with the Captain America character. I mean, in Civil War, you know, he was the guy that wasn't going to budge. No, I'm not signing this. I'm not going along with that. I'm not going to have the government tell me what I'm going to be doing. It's not going to happen, you know?
Well, also Falcon was written better in all of the Captain America films.
Yeah,
okay.
He was.
The moment his character appeared in other films is when they disrespected him. Because
well, in Captain America, he was his equal. He was a veteran.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't a sidekick situation. They were partners.
That's right.
Man, you know?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what they did I'm not happy. What they did to that character was just the character of Falcon gets treated better in the animated Avengers cartoons than he ever did live action.
Yeah. That's something I wouldn't know about because I don't watch the animated stuff. So
oh wow.
But Blade, I'm definitely going to have to check out because, like I said, I was turned off by the first one simply because of the bad guy. I like the actor. I've seen him in other things. It's just, I was not, you know, if you're going to, you know, draw me in, make the bad guy, you know, somewhat credible and make me scared of him. I was not afraid of this guy at all. I thought I could have knocked him out, you know. That was my problem with Ghost Rider too. The original Ghost Rider is a good movie, but the bad guy's really bad. It's, you know,
yeah,
they could have done better.
Your bad guy just better be worth it.
He better be worth it, man. He doesn't have to be Thanos level. Doesn't have to be. He could be Albert Brooks in Drive. You know, he could be that guy that manipulates things and makes people, you know, hurt other people and all that good stuff. That's a guy you should fear because he's shaking your hand 1 second and the next second he's looking to cut your throat, you know?
So a politician.
Yeah, exactly. He's a politician. Those are scary people. They are.
Yeah, they are. They are. Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I have to at least admit something. I really did like the film Constantine, but it made my honorary mention because I'm only doing 5. If I were doing 10, it'd be on there, but I'm only doing 5. So Constantine makes my honorary mention list. I really enjoyed it, but as I said earlier, it's a film that I enjoy, but I'm also not happy because of who the producer was. Warner Brothers decided that they were just going to give it up and basically, well, to a certain extent, allow Laura Schuler Donner to do whatever she wanted to do with it. And that's the reason why the movie is the way that it is. That's both its strength and its immediate weakness, is the fact that Laura Schuler Donner could do whatever she wanted with it. And that's the reason why. Say what?
I like Constantine.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad movie at all. It's just the fact that when you're dealing with someone who made all the changes to X-Men on purpose, because she did not consider the source material worth her time. Was the same thing she did with Constantine. She didn't consider the comic at all. She actually admitted in an interview that's the real reason why she didn't go out to actually have an actor who was British and who was blonde. She went the exact opposite on purpose. And it's the reason why you don't hear her name mentioned every time they talk about a sequel. You hear about Matthew Lawrence and you hear about Keanu Reeves. And again, Keanu's great. I love the guy. But you notice there's no Constantine 2.
Yeah. I mean, and I know what you're talking about. It's not true to the source material. It's the same framework. It's dealing with the occult and all that good stuff. But yeah, he's definitely not Constantine from the comic books. I mean, the CW did him the best. That's probably one of the best things they did. Actually, it was before CW. CBS did that, right? The
NBC.
series. And,
NBC.
oh, it was NBC. I thought it was CBS did that. Okay.
And they got scared because, it's kind of violent. And my thing was, well, wait a minute. You guys would have had to have watched the pilot. Why are you guys getting so anal now that it's come to life on your network? But hey, that's fine. We knew what they were aiming for. They were aiming to basically get some of that same audience who were attracted to the show Supernatural.
Right.
But Constantine should have just been a cable series. It should have just been on HBO. And
an adult series. That would have been great. And use that guy from the NBC/CW shows. He looks like he's ripped right out of the comic book. And he great performance. That's the difference. See, Keanu came off really brooding. He didn't have the quips. He wasn't a smart ass, and that's the great thing about Constantine. He's always busting on people, man. He's
whoa, Ariel, what are you doing? No. Look. I get it. I know how it can be sometimes. You just you want to make it out as if we're ruining everything by asking.
Not at all. I love Constantine, the movie with Keanu Reeves. I love that movie. It is great. I love. Isn't it Rachel Weisz? Isn't she the?
She is.
So many good actors in it. What is his name? It's over here. I'll be right back. I've got him hanging right here. Well, you've got him. You've got Damon Hansu. I loved his part in it.
Oh yeah.
I just call him the voodoo doctor. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he knew how to get. Yeah, Papa Midnight. Yeah. Hang on. Let me get this guy's name real quick. I'll be right back. Hang on.
Okay.
Anima didn't like Constantine. She left, but I understand she doesn't like movies dealing with demons or possession and none of that. So that was not the movie for you, Anima.
The guy I was looking for, if you want to show this, Martin, is
and what if I don't?
You don't have to. Pruitt Taylor Vince. He is immortalized on our Walking Dead wall. He's the guy that plays Otis.
Oh,
and he's the Reverend that drinks himself to death in the liquor store.
Yep.
He also played Superman's dad in the newest Superman
movie.
That's
right, Paul Kent.
Yep. So he's part of our Walking Dead shrine that my wife has over here. That's what I was trying to think of his name, and I said, well, let me just grab the picture and show it off to you guys. We met him, I want to say it was about 4 years ago. He came to GeekCon, and he's a sweetheart of a guy. And what's funny is, my wife is in recovery, and apparently so is he. Said she saw something that he had that had something to do with Serenity, and she just it's kind of a thing where they keep it to themselves. They'll ask, "Are you a friend of Bob?" is what they'll ask, and sure enough, he said, yeah. What's up with you? And they started talking about their road to recovery from different things.
Wow.
Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. He's a really nice guy. Wow. He really is.
Yeah, I enjoyed him in Superman, and I think he's a really good actor. I just, well, again, yeah.
Well,
Constantine
yeah,
is
you're a
good.
comic book guy. Of course, you're gonna,
Yeah.
just
It's
stick with-
Gary!
What's up, big dog? How you doing?
Not
Oh, he's giving the middle
you're number
finger to
one?
somebody. It's probably me.
Fuck all
He
you
probably
guys.
came in here to
Fuck
flip
you
me
all.
off.
What's with the what? Why? What?
But yeah, Ariel, don't get us wrong. We love that Constantine movie. It's good. It's just not the guy in the
Yeah.
comic book.
Yeah.
It's not.
And
The closest we've gotten to it was what's his name in the TV series.
Yeah, we were
But
just
then he
talking
fucked
about
it all up
I'll
when
look it up real
he
quick.
becomes Shark Boy's butt buddy. I'm like, fuck off.
you have to go there.
I'm
The
like, oh,
Legends
you
of
guys-
Tomorrow? You're not a fan? Come on now.
No, I am not. In fact, I got to be honest. I didn't like any of the animated stuff, and I hated it when he was on the Arrowverse. I'm like, it was so badly written. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
His name is
fuck.
Matt Ryan. That's the actor's
Yep.
name.
Yeah, that dude was perfect on the TV show.
Yep.
And then
And-
they intentionally fucked him up. I know they did it on purpose.
Yeah. It would have been a better show and ran longer if it had just been a cable exclusive, maybe an
Yeah,
HBO.
why NBC? Why NBC?
NBC wanted it, and then they got all sensitive
Oh, wait,
when it got delivered.
what did we buy? Wait a minute, this is what we paid for? They're fucking assholes.
I mean, Gary, you said it from the beginning. We when we first started the show, we were talking about it. You said the exact same thing. It's like they had to have known. They had to have seen it. It's not like they didn't give money in a vacuum. And
Yeah.
because if they were running a business like that, we'd like to ask for a check.
Look,
Don't mind.
you and I know, man, that the networks and studios have been run into the ground by piss poor management for years. And that
Yep.
shit started with Hamada. No, before Hamada. What's his name?
Toby.
The other
Toby did it.
Yeah. Wait, no, the other
Kevin
Asian guy.
Tsujihara. Kevin
That guy.
Tsujihara.
That
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. They were just driving everything into the ground. Because this is their mindset. And it's not the first time in history we've seen this, where they think that the answer to their problems is throw more money at it.
Oh God.
Don't forget the Western that Sam Peckinpah directed with Heston, Major Dundee, was originally was supposed to be directed by Roger Corman. And Roger Corman started cutting corners, going, well, we don't need 2 generators, we only need 1. We don't need this many lights, we only need that many to shoot these scenes. And the studio's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to save you money. You're fired.
Oh jeez.
That's why he got fired. Because they were like, are you crazy? No, you got to spend money to make money. So studio system's been fucked for a while. It worked. It ran better when the studio system was still a studio system.
Yeah.
But the minute in the 60s that they started, the actors became free agents and all that shit. Studio system began falling apart because they were no longer individuals owning it. They were corporations.
Yep.
And corporations don't know how to fucking run a studio. We saw that with Robert Evans. Watch that fucking miniseries about the making of The Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
And you will see how the single most successful movie mogul, Robert Evans, fucking was constantly on the verge of being fired because they couldn't understand him.
Yeah. It goes, look, we all know that if Hollywood was actually ran like a business, that certain people, including Kathleen Kennedy, probably would have been fired by now. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be able to apologize to her. So let me start out by saying this to Kathleen Kennedy.
Fuck you.
No.
Oh, sorry. That's how I say I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
That would be my apology. Kathleen, I'm sorry nobody told you during your whole career that you suck at it.
Hey, Kathleen Kennedy, See you next Tuesday.
Whoa, nice.
Oh, no.
Don't pronounce that anagram.
Oh,
Don't do it. It cuts through everything.
Peanut.
I say it all the time. I don't care.
Who was it? Was
Peanut.
it a comedian that said that? I can't remember. It was on some show. Somebody, a woman said it, and the guy went, "Do you have to use that word? It just cuts through everything."
Yeah, Shinofsky's got it right. The unions are one of the biggest problems with the film industry. The unions have. I'm trying to click on it. They absolutely decimated Hollywood. You can't. There's no. And this is what you've been hearing some of the major stars who hate Hollywood are saying. It's like the unions have destroyed Los Angeles. They've destroyed the ability to shoot. There's no tax credits. They just want to tax you. And the unions want their percentage no matter how much damage it does.
Yeah, and it's hurting every person in the Communist Republic of California. And
oh my God,
there are
Speaking
a lot
of that.
Yeah,
I hate going politics, man, but a guy I love and adore, Mandy Patinkin, is supporting a jihadist socialist in New York. He's behind Mandani. He says, governor now, president later. I'm like, you really fucking hate this country, don't you?
Oof.
That broke my heart seeing a fucking guy I love and adore being stupid.
Yeah, what I was going to say was, there's a lot of conservative guys, especially in Northern California, north of San Francisco, that are not down with what's happening in their state, and a lot of them are staying there. They're hoping to, they're fighting the good fight, but
they're up there where the capital is, and yet you get guys like, because one thing I liked about Arnold was that he, and this includes even Clint Eastwood when he was mayor of Carmel, like he's what you would call a conservative liberal.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are conservative, but they've got liberal leanings.
They understood. They had the, take care of the poor, which is what I want, because that's what I used to be. I used to be old school blue dog Democrat, and but I saw what was happening in the 80s, and I bailed. I'm like, I can't abide by these people. Now they've officially taken over the party, and there's nothing left of the Democrat Party that I grew up being a part of.
Most of the true Democrats are coming over to the freaking right, man. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's what we're seeing is massive exodus, and I would like to see them save the fucking party. I like the Democrat Party, and it makes me sick to see these socialists destroying it. And they're actively destroying it.
Yeah, I just know the politics of the state when I was there. Of course, this is the Stone Age.
Oh, yeah, Sacramento's red. I lived there for years. And that whole area, Davis is the only blue area this side of Vacaville, because once you get past Vacaville, you hit Vallejo, you hit, I forgot the name of that town. I used to buy comics there. They're kind of red. And then you hit the Bay Area. Once you hit the Bay Area, it's blue all the way. And
I gotta go, guys. It's time. Time for me. I just wanted to stick my head in here and say hi to you guys because I had a minute.
Well, it's good to see you,
Always
man.
good to see you, Joe.
Yep, Keith.
Yes, it is.
We don't see you enough, man. Stick your head into some of these shows.
I know. I'm usually. I mean, I
know you work. I know.
Yep. And I take care of my grandson. And
I'm taking care of Mom now too.
Yeah,
see her duck in every once in a while. Gary, take care. Martin, I will see you,
buddy.
soon.
I'm going to get out of here too as soon as you go. I just wanted you out of here. I can't. I was hoping you'd still be here when I said that.
Yeah,
I just came in to drive Joe off. Oh man.
It's good.
Anyway, I gotta. Oh, it's good seeing you too, brother. Gonna go hang out with Anna. We got to watch tomorrow's movie. What are we doing tomorrow, Martin? I forgot.
Hollow Man.
Oh my God, Hollow Man! I fucking love that movie. It was in spirit the best Invisible Man movies since the original.
Gary, you
Yeah.
need to blackmail Enema. Either watch the Muppet movie or there is no marriage.
I will
Oh,
not do that
jeez.
to her. I will not do that to her. But I will ask her to please tolerate it. But there's one Muppet movie I won't watch. I watched it and I won't watch it again. I only watched it because everybody said you got to give it a chance, so I gave it a chance and I fucking hated it. And it's A Christmas Carol. I'm like, no, I'm a diehard Charles Dickens fan, and that was like the first fucking thing I ever read. And that story means so much to me. And even though they threw in some cool stuff from the book, they threw in some stuff that didn't belong in there, and I didn't like it. I don't like that kind of humor in a Charles Dickens story. It's funny on its own. And yes, I love Michael Caine in it, and I still love the Muppets, but I'm not a fan of that fucking movie.
Michael
So
Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
Really,
That's right.
you really need to consider rehab, Gary. That cocaine thing is getting out of hand.
Look, man, I'm not saying I even do this stuff, much less ever done it. Anyway,
Most people don't know, but Gary's mustache is actually black.
Oh,
yeah. So Shinaski's spending some time with Tom today.
Hey.
That's cool.
Good for you, Shen.
Say hi to him for us, would you?
Yeah.
I love Tom. Good dude. But
He is
I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
It's always good seeing you.
Where's Ben?
Ben had to take a personal day. He'll be back next week.
All right.
He had to go handle his business. So it's just we went old school today with Martin and myself, and interacting with everybody who's got a lot of stuff to say. Hey, Ariel Ballet, let me at least say this much. Yeah, George did pick Kennedy, but now it's looking more and more like she may have been dealing under the table with Bob Iger and basically tried to get everything to line up so that everything would happen the way that it eventually did.
Wait,
so
the fact that he's a good storyteller doesn't mean that he takes good decisions, because he peoples after all.
Hey, I never confused any of that stuff. I mean, George Lucas is George Lucas. I just look at it this way. There's something within Kathleen Kennedy to where she really just does not like anything that George has created and anything that Spielberg's created. She seems to have some sort of a hard-on hate for their work. I don't know what it is, but
Men.
I just think that if you're somebody that's thinking, well, she was actually done wrong, and all this just conveniently was just like somebody else doing things and just blaming her. You know what? Just like I said with Zack Snyder, you cashed the check. Okay, you cashed the check.
Yeah, it's like people are the fucking Snyder fans are like, doing the George Bush thing. It's like, miss me now. I'm like, no, I didn't fucking like you when you were working on DC. I like the other shit you did until you started doing DC and you fucked up Superman. You fucked him up. Oh, well, I got it partially right. Okay, getting something partially right isn't the same thing as getting it right. And so no, Zack Snyder's Superman was all fucked up. What I've said, and you heard me when I said it, that if Cavill moves forward with playing Superman, he needs to be given control over the character. As far as the films go, that should be in his contract, that he dictates how the character is written, and that way Zack can't fuck it up anymore. But no, I don't want him back. I told you I didn't trust James Gunn, didn't I?
No.
Yeah, you did. You did say that. Oh, Star Wars sequels. Okay, look. I agree with you. All the Disney Star Wars stuff sucked. I mean, it just sucked. There's no argument for me.
Yeah, you're not selling us anything we don't already believe. So
no, but she's saying that we're only pissed because they killed the original characters. No, that's not the only
bad
thing.
Storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, what was my first complaint after seeing it? Was I went online. Remember this, Keith? It cost my friendship, your friendship too, with Travis.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Because I went up there and I wrote how it should have gone. And you said, yep, that's how it should have gone. I went, yeah, anybody that loves Star Wars knows that that's the direction it should have gone. But no, they veered way off, went off into the brambles, and got lost in the fucking weeds. And I'm like, you can't write like this. You can't. But it was stupid killing them. You killed them in the third film.
Yep.
You let
you never had a scene between all the characters that everybody wanted to see together.
Yeah.
That's the simplest thing in the world.
This is why, if anything, that's why you do it. Because if you're going to buy an intellectual property with a built-in fan base, to not make a film for that fan base is stupid.
That's it.
And what did they do? They go, we've got the largest fan base in the world. Let's reject them now. That's stupid.
Bad business decision. Bad business decisions.
Those are the decisions of people who don't understand business. You don't fucking buy a franchise like a McDonald's and then start serving nothing but chicken. You know, it's like, well, I'd like a Big Mac. It's like, oh no, we don't do that now. We're just going for the chicken crowd. And then you look back and no one's in line. And you're not seeing a problem with this. No, they'll come. They'll come. You'll say, no. That's what Kathleen Kennedy did. And ironically, like you said a minute ago, and I've always brought this up, Bob Evans, one of the most successful film moguls in the history of cinema, was constantly on the chopping block. They were constantly trying to fire him. And he kept delivering not only financially lucrative films, but Oscar winners.
Yep.
On top of it. And they were like, God damn it, we can't fire him. Why do you want to fire this guy so bad? Because he doesn't understand business. Nobody understands movies.
Mm-hmm.
And these fucking corporations don't understand that. And Hollywood is run by, as you've talked about many a time, corporates. It's corporate. It's no longer about being creative. It's about, well, what made money? Repeat that. It's like, lather, rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. And it's like, that's not how you make movies. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I got to go hang out with the woman I love. I will see you guys later. Have fun. Bye guys in the chat. Bye, everybody. Oh, the 3 buttons. Hold on. Oh,
just close the tab.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what they want me to do because they're my boss.
Wow. Gambit is pushing you out. Oh, my God. Whew.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's finish the list. Now, for me, okay. Yeah, Shinatsky. Yeah. That's that. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
Number 4.
Was I? Okay. Okay. Now, for me, I have to say, look. As I've said before, I did not initially start out as a horror fan. I do have horror films that I like, but I am not your traditional, I love horror movies no matter what. I don't hate any horror movies. I have the ones that I like. I have the ones that I that I'm into. Although a lot of them may not traditionally be horror films, but I mean, what can you do? So I only have two more to go. So let's see. Battle Royale is my next one because it kicks all sorts of butt. It's just that good.
I wouldn't call it a horror movie. It's a gory dystopian movie, but it's not.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I'll wipe that one off the list and replace it with another. Let's see.
However, it is not the first time that I heard you say or give praise of their accuracy with the source material, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen the movie either, but you have made me curious about
it. That's part of what I do. How about this? We're going to take that movie off and we're going to replace it with Slither. James Gunn's movie Slither. Great cast, funny. I like this movie. I think James Gunn really, when he decides to stick with it, he can do really fun stuff like this. I would also like to put honorable mention 30 Days of Night also. A really good comic adaptation or film adaptation of a comic. And for my final film, those that know me know what I'm about to say. But I really, really like this movie. And I thought, in terms of the writing, even people that I know, when I set people down who have never seen this movie before, and by the time we get to the final scene, it's shock, it's laughter, it's a little bit of being scared, but they always talk about how original it is. But the final movie, The Cabin in the Woods.
Oh. Again, I love that movie. But I see it more like an action movie, action sci-fi movie in using elements of horror as a setting.
Okay, well, here, let me pick something else then. Let's see.
I'm sorry, kid.
Okay, skip that one, skip that one, skip that one, skip that
one. Dude, you had a
very
comprehensive list.
I got a list, yes. Bubba Hotep. There we go. Bubba Hotep. Well, thank you very much. So that's it. Those are my 5. Now I know some of you might not think very much of my list, but again, I was trying to be a little different. I was trying not to make it the same list that I've constantly come up with every year, because I'm very, very, very heavy on a lot of the older classics that seem to dominate a lot of people's lists. By trying to keep it kind of within the last 30 years, I think Yeah, I know, Ariel. I know. I'm used to it.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. But I'm just trying to do something just a little bit different. So there you go. And then looking at everyone else's suggestions, a lot of your suggestions are really kind of cool. For all of you out there who, if you're someone that is not very well versed in horror, you would do well to follow what a lot of people in chat are saying. Let's see. Virus. Okay. That's one. Yeah, it would be Edward James Olmos. Great actor. Jamie Lee Curtis. She's a really good actress. I really like her. If I were a filmmaker, I would be casting her a lot because she's that talented.
I'm not denying she's talented, but are you still? That's the only reason.
Well, for me, I enjoy her as an actress. She can do horror. She can do comedy. I mean, not everybody can do that. So, and
let's go with that.
She's one of those people that can either be a lead, or she can, she's good enough to even just be a character actress in a film. She didn't always have to be the lead. She's just talented like that. And I could, again, if I were a filmmaker, I would cast her in something. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is a good example of that. And that just also happens to be a film she won an Academy Award for. So, she is capable of anything. But then again, she was born to this, She was born with the ability to be able to be a star.
Well, look at her dad.
And her mom. Her parents both were talented. So, but again, it's all about trying to come up with these lists, because there's always going to be new people who haven't seen a lot of these films. And in about another 15 years, I'm going to have to introduce a lot of these films to my grandson anyway. So, I'm hoping to introduce him to the Universal Classics first, Wow. Okay. Yes. Bubba Hotep is a comedy. Yes. You know what? If you don't like that, here, let me pick one more movie.
Wait.
Go off the top.
You can have a horror comedy. There are tons of those. So I don't think
there are tons of those. But you know what? I'll go ahead and pick another one for those in the chat that still seem like okay. So let me pick one off the top of my. Oh, I have one here. Sinners.
Oh my God! Yes.
There you go. And Sinners was that good. It just was.
However, how did you manage to not get into your list Nosferatu? Explain that to me.
Okay. Well, I thought the movie's all right. I was not that bowled over by it.
I
know
was.
there are people
I'm
that-
still are.
And again, I don't fault you for that at all. I mean, again, I thought the movie was all right. I didn't hate it. I did not hate that movie at all. But I didn't think it was all that, you know. Yeah, it's just yeah. I thought it was all right for what it was. But again, you're talking to someone who's a really, really big fan of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Which again is still one of my all-time favorite horror films. You know,
Yeah, for many years it was my number one film ever.
I just really like that film a lot. And
Yeah, understandably.
I have to watch it every year around this time. It's one of my go-to films. But same thing with Sinners. That's going to be a part of my it's going to be a part of my group of films that I watch every year around this time anyway. You know.
Oh, I'm gonna give you some material to rant in a minute, Keith. But now we have this. Was the original Universal monster considered the first universe? I would think so. That is a question more for Keith.
Even though Universal failed with its newer Dark Universe concept, well, Universal didn't fail. Alex Kurtzman failed. There's a difference.
No, I think it was Tom Cruise's fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Tom Cruise's fault. Yeah, I'm supposed to blame Tom Cruise, even though Alex Kurtzman seems to want to blame everybody else but himself. But hey, you know. Oh, geez, that guy. Like Kathleen Kennedy, that guy just can't. Ooh. Okay, good question, Ariel Ballard, who asks, why doesn't Universal try to redo its Dark Universe concept? What makes you think that they aren't in the middle of trying to do that now? You know?
Bum, bum, bum.
I mean, seeing how much success Alex Kurtzman's had with Star Trek, I mean, I can see them trying to take another swing at this. Whew.
Yeah, the thing is, who would you put in charge of the Dark Universe?
I wouldn't put one person in charge. I would come up with my own round table of horror people and let them work that out rather than trying to put it on one person. Because to me, ultimately, you're going to run into the same problem all over again. You know, if you put this on one person, eventually you're going to run into turning people off because that one person's going to do something you don't like or try to do something different that horror fans don't like. If you bring this to a round table of very talented horror related people, I think you can find a way of being able to do this that can be pretty entertaining to a nice cross section of people rather than trying to aim this narrowly at one group, which is the current problem with Hollywood. You know, they seem to want to be able to aim everything at one narrow group that, for the most part, doesn't really seem to exist. And if they do exist, are not spending their money on a lot of the stuff that's being aimed at them by the studios in Hollywood. Very good, Ariel Ballard. Like, have a different director in charge of each monster.
Yeah, but you have to have a not a showrunner because there are not shows, but somebody directing the whole franchise. Not movie per movie, as somebody running the franchise.
Yeah.
Well, if at any point you plan to cross over them, which I would stand again. This whole crossover thing this has been proven to be a disaster over time. I prefer keep each character on his own thing. But what do I know?
You know what? It's all good. Yeah. Again, I think Universal is in the middle of oh, I can see that, Gambit. I can see that. Different films hit different people in different ways. Okay. I'm a big James Bond fan of James Bond films. Love Daniel Craig, but I don't consider his Bond films canon to the films and stuff that had come before. You know, there were always these changes with the character and who he was. And I don't know, it's just I don't know. I don't know. This is really difficult to try to put a lot of this stuff together. I mean, if I were getting paid to do it, I think I could come up with something, and I could come up with a group of people that would help me. Read by nature. Good point. The only real coordination you need is to check there's no direct contradiction from movie to movie, then have a monster mash film at the end. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, the thing is, studios nowadays they don't see things like that. They won't accept that a franchise has an end, and they wanted to keep it forever and ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Nosferatu 1922 is a classic. Just by the date in which it was released, it is a classic. Not a classic by comparison. It is a classic on its own merit.
Wow. Well, this okay. Kids be the main director of the new Dark Universe. And then she said, and you need to sneak yourself in each movie like Stan Lee. Like you get killed in each Dark Universe movie as a background character. You know what? I don't know about sneaking myself into each movie, but I could see me wanting to sneak either references or copies of famous monsters of filmland into all these movies. Because Forrest J. Ackerman definitely needs to be remembered. You know, he is the father of modern geekdom and fandom, you know. He was just amazing. So there you go. Let's see. Hold on. I'd also like to watch the budget. I also like to say to watch the budget. Not everything will be a smash hit. Throw money at the bigger name characters and restrict on others. You know what? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The method that they used, the formula they used in order to make the John Wick films to me, is the best formula right now until somebody else can come up with a better one. You make your first 3 films for under $100 million. You make your 4th film for right around $100 million. And then you see how things go. You know, I just, yeah. Yeah. I just, you can do all sorts of things. Here's another thing. Here's another thing about all this. Because I was talking about this in I was having a conversation online with a lot of other filmmakers, and I was talking about the fact that if you really think about it, we have come so far in such a short amount of time as far as visual effects, but also computer effects. We can now, if you are someone who is having trouble getting a studio to basically do whatever, my thing to you would be this. Think of it this way. As of right now, if you wanted to, you could pretty much do a shot-for-shot remake of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. The only hang-ups that you would have in making it would be being able to afford your stunt crew and all the people in charge of pyrotechnics and your stunt crew, pyrotechnics, and maybe costumes. Everything else you can do. Everything else you can do. Anything that was a major thing as far as visual effects, you could pretty much find a lot of that stuff to buy kind of cheap now, comparatively speaking, and make it signature PC. With that knowledge, then, it goes back to proving something that both George Lucas and James Cameron said at the beginning, pre-2000, which is the future of filmmaking. Once people understand that PCs, computers were going to play a big part in the future of filmmaking, that really your biggest thing will be your scripts. It'll be the originality of what you are able to write in terms of having good, solid scripts. Technically, the MCU Marvel Studios should never have had any problems. They only started having problems when it started becoming a thing for them to, when they thought that having a completed script wasn't that important anymore. They caused their own problem. It wasn't like any studio came along and undid anything to them. They did it to themselves. And in many cases, they pushed away a lot of talented people who would love to have worked with them, but just couldn't stand the fact that the way they were working just wasn't really tenable. See, Ariel says, Keith, the director, Gary and Martin as producers, Animal as the sales pitch because sex appeal. That's true. We can't have Keith do that. That's too much. Okay, first of all, you are way too kind. Second, that really is more Martin's department than mine. I just I can run my mouth. I would love to direct something, but I'm not as talented as my other twin brother, Robert Meyer Burnett. But no, there's no reason why you can't make something for under $100 million and not be profitable. There's almost, I don't want to say we've gotten to the point where it's idiot proof, but we're running in those circles right now. If you have an original concept, and I'll tell you this much, there's enough people that have enough experience that have lost jobs that if you really know what you're doing and you have a solid, completed script, you can actually do very well for yourself. Again, just follow the John Wick formula. That's all. Just follow the formula for making your movies, and you'll have success. Because I think if you do it according to the numbers, I think you'll have something that can actually, do very well. I mean, I genuinely believe that. You should be able to recreate whatever. But I mean, if you have an original idea, you should be able to create visual effects that 25 years ago would have been something that it seemed like only the studios could do. You got people walking around thinking that they should be able to do visual effects on par with whatever you've seen, like with Tron Legacy or something. My whole thing is, look at a lot of the films that were made in the 80s and definitely in the 90s and the early 2000s. That's what I'm talking about. You should be able to just do that. Don't think you should be able to keep pace with someone like James Cameron and what he's doing with the Avatar films. Forget that. James Cameron's doing what James Cameron does best. He's out there spending money and time just basically pushing the envelope and technology. Many of you that just want to make a film, you can make a film and you can create some really good visual effects to go with it. But there's too many people that are either sabotaging themselves or want to create something that looks like something that Cameron could do right now. That's backwards thinking. Take advantage of what you can do. Try not to break yourself. You can do it. You can get it done. Let's see. John Wick in total has made over $1 billion across 4 films. And when you look at how much each of those movies were made for, I mean, it's just, yeah. There is no reason why anyone else couldn't just come up with and do this. But yeah, okay. The first John Wick film was $20 million. I mean, let that sink in. $20 million. Now, when you look at John Wick Chapter 2, then you're talking a film that is, let's see, budget. Oh, man. Oh, and they re-released it. Uh-oh. Oh. Can't see locate the budget on this. So the first film. Oh. Basically, from what I can remember, John Wick, first John Wick was 20 million. Okay. And I think the second John Wick was 40 million, if I remember correctly. So the third John Wick was 75 million. Now, understand 20 million, 40 million, $75 million. Let that sink in.
Well,
that is still kind of cheap. And that is still under $100 million. And then, of course, you got Godzilla -1. Look, there's people out there doing this. They're able to do so much without having to spend too much money. And I think that truly is the revolution right now. There is absolutely no reason why you should be going out there and spending way more than just that. Audiences are willing to give you the time of day as long as you can tell a good story. And that's all I've ever tried to communicate. You know, people will do it. People will show up.
well, I think it is time for wrapping the show.
Yeah, we're going to wrap the show. Yeah. Wow. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and showing up and asking a lot of questions. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Great lively chat. Yeah. I mean, what more could you want? You know? Oh, here we go. One last thing about John Wick. Yeah, I was right. John Wick 4 its budget was $100 million. Exactly. So it's time to do a little math, people. 20 million, 40 million, $75 million. Then you add $100 million to all that. Now, here's something to think about before we go. Disney and Kathleen Kennedy spent an additional close to $400 million just for the Acolyte. So everything I just recounted to you, add all that up, add $400 million to that, and that's how much the Acolyte in total cost them. So chew on that a bit. But as for everyone else, I want to say thank you again for giving me the time of day. Let's see. I want to say thank you to Shanadsky, Read by Nature, Genghis Khan, Ariel Ballet, Daryl Brewer, Real Popcorn Geek. Let me just say, Real Popcorn Geek, thank you for your breaking news. Sally Forth, been listening while folding laundry. Got a list of things to watch. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for giving me the time of day. Thank you for allowing me to, spend a little of your precious time entertaining you. And for Martin, for just being cool, because I get to hang out with one of the coolest guys online every week. But again, Real Popcorn Geek, thank you for your breaking news. Anima Confusa, because she's cool like that. The Lovely Penny, Sally Forth, as I said before. Gambit, because Gambit's cool. Andy Morrow. And Snorty Peoples. And of course, all of you out there. Thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of your precious time. Hopefully you've learned something. And I think Halloween is coming up very, 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 very soon. So be careful out there. Don't eat too much of the candy. Slow down, And just remember that, it's always good to have a little bit of fun. It's always better just to at least make sure that you can look after yourself and the people that you care about. I want to see you back here next week. So on behalf of Martin, myself, and of course, Ben, because we miss you, Ben, I want to tell everybody, have a fantastic day.
Well, see you, everybody.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.